Like two sides of the coin. When I'm at my high, I'm in control. Spending bankroll, my bitch under control. When I'm at my low, shit moving slow. Let's see how far go. I fight through the storm even without no hope. I climbed out that hole even without no rope. Weather that storm, man, you know how it goes. Weather that storm, yeah, you know how it goes. Oh, big money talk, short shit, whoa. Big money talk.
My name is Dada the Great. I am an artist from the west side of Chicago.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. You from the west side, but you know the west side is big. So like, what part of the west side are you from?
And that's the best part about me though. I'm from all over out west. I'm from K-Town, from Holy City. Like for real, man, over 15. Once upon a time over there in Pulaski here. I'm pretty much from everywhere. I'm like really deep rooted in the out west scene, like for real.
What inspired you to be an artist?
Honestly, I always been in love with music. Like music always done something for me, and I always felt a certain vibe when I listened to music. And it really started at a young age. But to be honest, what really kicked it off is when I started making beats. I started fucking with that Fruity Loops, and then I was making beats. So for a little while, after a while, one of my brother's friends, they bought a microphone. We used to be in the bathroom, they weren't in no bathroom, but we had like a walk-in closet. So we was recording in there. I started with my big brother. And I was about 16 at that time. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never looked back since. It got deeper than that. Like I was really like playing with it at that time. I didn't understand what I had at the time. I really started when I really started realizing that it could be way bigger than just recording. I could be a businessman.
Okay. What's Chicago drill?
I feel like Chicago drill is something that people gotta pay homage to and definitely recognize if they're gonna be doing music, especially rapping. Not saying you gotta be no drill rapper or none of that shit like that. But all I'm saying is like, yeah, that's one of them things. It's like a historical thing. Chicago drill ain't that flashy, finessey type shit. Like it's I said what I said, and that's the vibe. And nowadays, if you an artist, you gotta stand on what you say. It don't matter what you're doing. You ain't gotta be drilling and none of that. It's whatever you talking about.
So you talk about Level Rebel a lot, which is your record label. Talk to us a little bit about Level Rebel, how you started it, what made you wanna go ahead and start your label, and like what are some challenges that you faced?
Well, initially, starting with the record label, my thoughts was this. I come up, of course, from Chicago. There's a lot of rappers. So I came across a lot of talented people. And it's like we all in the same circle, we all do the same thing. Why we all just can't come together and just take this shit over? So that was the initial thought of, okay, I'm finna go do a label. But the real thing was, I gotta be professional. Not only professional, I gotta have my shit in order. And what that label did was put me in order as an artist. And it allowed me to help other artists put themselves in order to really do what we need to do. But most importantly, like the name Level Rebel, it come from like, you know what I'm saying, we know the rules. We know what bends the rules, we know all that shit. But we level-minded out here going through the trials and tribulations we gotta go through day to day. We still level-minded, we still ain't coming out of our character to succeed. That's the level part, and we rebels, so we rebelling against that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the name came from. Like once you hear it, it's like everybody got their own sound, and everybody solid with it. We all solid with it. We talking about some real shit. There's gonna be some stuff y'all can feel again. It's gonna sound good. You know what I'm saying? We doing it different though. Like the goal gonna be pushing everybody to their limit and making sure they doing the best at what they do. And that's what we stand on at Level Rebel. That's what Level Rebel is.
What are some of your favorite songs that you've made yourself? What are your top 3 songs?
And you know what's crazy about that? As an artist, our favorite song might not even be the song that's the best song that we made. So if I'm gonna speak on that, I'm gonna speak on the most successful songs, man. I'm definitely hands down have to say No Extra was like my top song. That did a lot of streams and it did the most views for me. I'm gonna have to say number 2 is Brag Today, because I directed that. And number 3, Intro. And that's the intro to my first album, Out Your Brain. I shot a video today. But those are songs where I'm feeling mostly like myself. Songs I ain't have to write for. I just felt the vibe and I just did what I did.
You have 2 features with, artists that's been like kind of in the game, actually the game. You got 1 feature with the
For
game,
sure.
and you got 1 feature with King Louis.
Yeah, I do.
So how did those come about?
This how the King Louis feature came. King Louis always been one of my favorite drill rappers in Chicago. At one point he was my favorite. Cause he be coming with the punchlines and metaphors and that shit be like, it's nothing to him. I was like, that reminded me of Weezy down there a little bit. That was my favorite artist. But anyway, I had looked him up, we talked on Instagram for a little bit. And then, we made that shit happen. He did it like a little 8-bar freestyle. But yeah, I definitely appreciate that feature he did for me. And as far as the game, man, that's crazy about that. Like, that was another Instagram lick.
So what are some of your goals as an artist and as a record label owner?
Man, as an artist, my goal is to push my music out as far as I can outside of where I live and make sure everybody can hear what I got to say, because I'm saying some shit. I ain't just talking for me, I'm talking for everybody when I speak. My goal is to get bigger than where I'm at right now. That's my goal as an artist. But like as far as a label, I don't know, my goals as a label is to thrive and eventually create jobs for the people around me. You know what I'm saying? Build a machine that runs on itself. As far as right now, I need to put people in positions that they need to be in that make sense. So technically, I'm at the bottom building the building. Shit, I'm building the foundation right now. I've been putting in work, but it don't stop.
But how many artists are on the label?
Right now, the label consists of me, Dada the Great, and we also got Kane, who's also known as Mansky now. We got Brazil, man, Brazil off the chain. And I'm gonna let you know what's special about those guys. When you listen to Kane, you feel what he's speaking. He ain't just talking just to be talking to hear himself. He's spitting that shit, and it's like a piercing little feeling through your ear, and you just gotta listen to it. And that's how he coming. Brazil, he's a pop star turned rapper. I got on rapper now, like, but he a pop star, so he gonna be coming with some off the chain music. And then, imagine us all together putting that shit together. That's what y'all finna get this year.
Where do you see Dada the Great in 5 years?
5 years, I'm gonna have 2 Grammys. I'm gonna have 10 artists. I'm gonna have my own distribution service because they cheating artists out of streams. I got big goals. My goals ain't just about Dada the Great. My goals about changing the norm, or what people say the norm is.
What do people say the norm is?
That people say the norm is to work to live. I mean, work to die. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 5 until you ain't alive. I say that ain't the goal. Your goal is whatever make you happy. And it's crazy because what made Michael Jordan happy was basketball. What made Michael Jackson happy was dancing and singing. What made Jay-Z happy was rapping. So whatever make you happy is gonna bring you wealth on the inside and the outside, and that's what I want to show people.
What motivates you?
What really motivates me truly is me proving myself wrong about me. So like, a lot of people might say I can't do something or whatever. Sometimes I tell myself I can't do that. And I just prove whoever wrong that I can do it, you know what I'm saying? And that actually became one of my strengths because when I ain't have beats to rap on, I had to go make beats. And had nobody to record me, so I went to go back to me. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. I ain't got no label. I made my own label. Cause guess what? I know how to distribute my music and publish my music, copyright everything. I know how to market my music now. I found out that was the secret sauce. At the end of the day, my family do motivate me because I'm doing all this so we can break that generational curse and just become something different. I feel like we all in the cocoon and somebody got to break us all out of it, you know?
So, you know, your brother Chris, he like helped you a lot as far as
did.
rapping.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about Chris a little bit?
Absolutely.
Is there anything that you want to say?
I could tell you like my most memorable moments all day. But since we on this music thing, I could tell you that he been there from the start. Cause I remember he used to be locked up, and then we used to be talking on the phone. I'd be like, man, I'm finna do this new song, finna go to the studio. Then he'd be like, rap that shit, then rap that shit. And he'd be like, damn, you actually raw. And then he came home. He was at every studio session I went to. Right there with me, like, yeah, this how the song is. No, boy, you better sing that shit. No, in the ad-libs, you better make sure you sing, make them feel that shit. So he was that person in my ear, making me really like, man, alright, you know what I'm saying? I finna milk this shit then. He was making me make my music what it's supposed to be. Like, I understood how to make a song, but he was like, no, man. But I said, I hear what you're saying, but this is how you gonna make them feel it. Just sing that part just a little harder. He always been that person that was there for me, that I couldn't wait to play the song for when I just left the studio. Yeah, Chris, he was a dope person, and to say that, he was like that for everybody he knew. And that's what made him Chris, for real. And that's another reason why I know I can't go back on everything I work hard for, because he believed in me hard as hell.
Just like in the near future, like, just what are some things that you have coming up?
This year alone, we got 5 releases. we got the Do It For Chris album July 13th. I got my self-titled album, which will probably be out October or September. I still don't got a release date for that yet. Basically, you still got that date coming up, and we working. We're gonna have a lot of visuals for y'all, a lot of videos for y'all, a lot of shows coming up, so stay tuned. Yeah, we popping out. Y'all gonna see our face more often.
Is any last words? Anything you want to say?
Oh yeah, this is the new artist coming up, man. Don't be focused on who supporting y'all, because the people close to y'all gonna always fall in line last. Because I learned doing this shit for a long time that sometimes people be too close to see what the outside world see. And just keep working. It's always like that. A lot of artists get on in another state before they get on in theirs. That's just how it is. I don't know why it's like that, but it's just that way. So make sure y'all study marketing. Once y'all study marketing, and y'all know how to distribute y'all music already. So after y'all got that, y'all really don't need no label. Y'all don't need no label. Do everything on your own. That's my last message, man.
Bay need a vacate, bro need a Dre. Don't let me have a op, then bro gon' spray. You'll never get the drop, cause I stay out the way. But it ain't gotta go that way, we can all get paid. That's what I believe, my heart at ease, knowing that I treat others how I want them to treat me. I wanna feed my family, change the way we eat. That's when you really up, yeah, you best believe.